Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing a new what if. Before Dragon Ball Z was made, Goku was not originally made out to be a Saiyan, just a kid with a monkey tail. Once Dragon Ball Z came out, that is when we were introduced to aliens and Goku's origin. But what if Goku remained to be a human with a special monkey ability, not making him a special alien race known as the Saiyans? This idea was made before by Carthu Dojo, but I will make some changes to make it unique to my own. In his what ifs, he made that aliens weren't a thing in the universe, but I will make it that Saiyans and aliens like Frieza are still around. There are some elements I would take inspiration from his what if and mix it in with mine. With this change, Goku would not have the benefits of the Saiyan DNA like Zenkai's or the Super Saiyan transformations, but don't worry, he would not let that stop him from growing as strong as possible. How could this change of Goku not being an alien affect the story of Dragon Ball Z and Super as we know it? If you're interested, I also own a Discord server for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe give us some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future I could do them. Check the link in the description down below. For today's question of the video comes from Mason_Solos YTT. If you can make what ifs for a different anime, what anime would it be? And my answer would be My Hero Academia, which I have made a what if on the anime before on my second channel called Wrathful Hero. I only made one video because I kinda overestimated how much it would be to make a whole other channel for other what ifs, so that one right now, that channel is on hold, but I do have one video uploaded already. If you haven't, go check it out. I'll have the link to the channel in the description down below if you want to go see it. So if I were gonna make what ifs on another anime, it would be My Hero Academia on my other channel. Thank you so much for the question. If you want your comment to be featured in the next video, just comment down a question you would like for me to answer, whether it be Dragon Ball, anime, or personal, and maybe you'll get lucky for your comment to be featured in the next video. Without further ado, let's dive into the first part of what if Goku wasn't a Saiyan. Now, similarly to Carthu Dojo's version of this what if, we will start after the end of OG Dragon Ball. When Akira Toriyama made Dragon Ball, he didn't have the future thought of Z or making Goku an alien. So it would make sense that the story remains the same without any changes. But what I will change is the fact that Goku would regrow his tail once again. The origin of his tail would also be different. Now obviously Goku is based off the mythical creature Sun Wukong, so we can base his tail off from him. Given that, let's give the origin of how Goku ended up alone in the woods. Since he is human, he would have normal parents and would be born with a tail. His parents would find it weird that he has a tail, but wouldn't think much of it until one night he would look up at the moon and transform into his Ozaru form. Also, we will be giving a different name to this form to not mistake it with the Saiyan's form, so we will call this form of Goku Monster Ape. We will also state that the power multiplier from this form will remain the same, being a 10 times multiplier. His parents would barely survive the night of their son becoming a monster, and after seeing what their son can do, they would abandon him in the middle of the woods, as Grandpa Gohan would end up finding him. With this, the story of Dragon Ball would continue as normal with no changes to the story. We will continue on at the start of Dragon Ball Z with one big change already, that being Son Gohan. He will be born without a tail as Goku is a one-of-a-kind being given the power from the mythical creature of Sun Wukong and cannot be passed down by DNA, so Gohan would just be a normal kid. Only maybe slightly stronger because of the strength of his dad, but still just a human and not the insane potential he was given from being a hybrid. Goku and Gohan would still go visit Master Roshi and have his reunion with his friends, and this time around no one would arrive on Earth interrupting this event. Since Goku is a Saiyan, he isn't related to Raditz, and Raditz only visited Earth or knew about it to get his brother, and now he doesn't have to do that, so he wouldn't even know what Earth is, leaving Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta to continue on working under Frieza while planning on taking Frieza down. So with the peace remaining on Earth for a short while that will not last too long, as Piccolo would eventually try to fight Goku once again. A year would go by until one day, while Goku was away from his home, out in the wild, that is when he would sense Piccolo's power heading close by, but he would grow more worried about the fact that he was getting close to his home. Goku rushed over as fast as he could with his flying Nimbus, arriving in the nick of time, saving both Gohan and Chi-Chi from a blast attack that Piccolo sent to his home. Goku told Chi-Chi and Gohan to hide while he faced off against Piccolo. Now let's talk about power levels. Since a year has gone by, Goku would be at a power level of around 350 as he grew a bit, but not a lot since he still did light training, but focused more on his family. However, with Piccolo, he focused on training to beat Goku, and with the extra year, he grew to a power level of 450. This fight would be mainly a close quarter combat fight, especially since Goku can see that Piccolo can fly, so he would make sure that Piccolo would be unable to gain distance by flying. Goku would also use his tail during the fight, grabbing a hold of Piccolo to prevent him from flying away and slamming him down onto the ground. During the years, Goku meditated a lot, mainly to make sure that he can control the power of his tail. He does know about the monster ape form, as another change will be that he would figure out the truth of Grandpa Gohan's death himself. Goku wanted to make sure that he wouldn't lose control again and put his family in danger, but never attempted to transform into his monster ape form, so he doesn't know if he can control it just yet. The fight grows tiring for Goku, especially since Piccolo is stronger than him. Piccolo would create a diversion to distract Goku, as he would then rush at Goku to continue attacking him, while his guard is down. It would take a few minutes, but Goku would manage to overpower Piccolo, knocking him down to the floor, asking him if he surrendered, as he believed he won the fight. What he doesn't know was that the Piccolo he was fighting was just a clone, as when Piccolo caused a distraction, he used the multiform technique to make a clone of himself, splitting his power level of 450 into 2 bodies, giving each a power level of 225. Which is why Goku was able to overpower this Piccolo, but it would be too late for Goku to figure out, as he would be pierced with a special beam cannon from the back, as the real Piccolo revealed himself, showing the new attack he learned to use to kill Goku. Goku would fall over spitting out blood, as Chi-Chi and Gohan would rush over to him, but there was nothing they could do, as Goku would end up succumbing to his injuries. Piccolo would tower over, laughing at defeating Goku, as he would fly away, leaving Gohan and Chi-Chi to deal with the death of Goku. Every other Z fighter sensed the death of Goku and remained shocked. That is when Kami would telepathically summon the other Z fighters, as now it is up to them to train for Piccolo. Once arriving, they know they don't have much time, as Kami can sense Piccolo heading towards their lookout. Kami was unsure if they could beat Piccolo, and they don't have time to get all the 7 Dragon Balls. But Roshi had an idea that can get them Goku back to Earth right away without the Dragon Balls, as he asked Kami, Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha to hold off Piccolo. It didn't take long for Piccolo to arrive at the lookout with an evil grin, knowing he beat the strongest Z fighter already. Roshi would arrive, meeting his sister fortune teller Baba, and requested that she brings Goku back to Earth immediately, using the 1-day pass that dead people would get, and with the current situation, she wouldn't wait in bringing Goku back. Once she did, she warned Goku that if he died again while already dead, then he will cease to exist. As Goku and Roshi quickly headed back to the lookout. With the others, they are struggling with the fact that they haven't really been training for the last 6 years, with the exception of maybe Tien. However, Piccolo does have to hold back since Kami is around and doesn't want to accidentally kill him, so the battle is kind of at a standstill. But he would manage to knock Kami away far enough so that he could use his evil containment wave, exploding most of the lookout and hitting the 3 Z fighters. Piccolo would slowly walk up to a very injured Krillin, as he stepped on his chest, with Krillin yelling in pain. Piccolo looked down at him maniacally, asking him,
"Haven't you been revived by the Dragon Balls already?"
And the others only able to look in pure horror as Piccolo began to charge up a ki attack at the tip of his fingertips, shooting it right through Krillin's chest, as the others look in disbelief. But someone else witnessed the attack. Goku managed to return just in time to see his best friend die. The rage in Goku's face scared Roshi. He never saw his student like this. He always saw Goku as a kind man, but the look in his eyes changed. Goku rushed at Piccolo, sending him flying off of the lookout and crashing back down to Earth. And at this moment, it was night, with the full moon being out, as Goku looked at the full moon and began to transform into his monster ape form, as the others panicked, thinking Goku would go in a rampage. But things were different. Goku was in control of the form. He was still rageful, but was able to focus that rage towards Piccolo, and to keep control in this state. Piccolo used the same technique where he grew in size back in the 23rd World Tournament, but that wouldn't help him much as that form wouldn't increase his power, but he didn't want to be smushed by Goku's ape form. Now Goku's power level in this state would be 3500, since here Goku doesn't get a Zenkai after dying, since he is a human, and this ape form still keeps the 10 times multiplier. Piccolo's already exhausted with how much he had to fight today, so he would be getting destroyed at this point. He would be beaten badly to the point of almost being dead, laying on the ground very hurt as Goku in his monster ape form prepares to crush Piccolo with his feet, until he hears the voice of Roshi, telling Goku that Krillin is fine. They managed to give him a sensu beam before he would have died to his wounds. Goku stops, putting his feet down and reverting back into his base form, sparing Piccolo. But that's also when he realized that he almost took Piccolo's life. Yes, Piccolo may have killed him and also his best friend, but Goku never felt that feeling before, and he didn't like it. He also remembered how if he did kill Piccolo, and Kami would have died too. He felt ashamed of himself that he almost did kill him. He would pick up Piccolo's injured body and take him up to the lookout. After everyone healed up, they would wonder what to do with Piccolo. but Goku asked to keep him around, which shocked everyone, as Piccolo did kill him, but Goku believed that there could be good within Piccolo. And he does see him as a good rival, but also because of how Goku almost killed Piccolo out of rage, and he felt that he owed it to Piccolo to spare him, and to give Goku a clearer mind with how he almost took a life. Kami was unsure, but he would honor Goku's wishes, as he would ask Goku if he would like to be revived, and that is when Goku would tell everyone not to bring him back yet. He explained when he met King Yama, he offered Goku to train under someone named King Kai to grow stronger, so that he could take on Piccolo. But that is when Baba went to pick Goku up, so now he plans to stay dead to train under King Kai to grow stronger, since he thinks that at this point he's already reached his limit with all the training on Earth. So for the time being, Goku would return to Otherworld and begin his training under King Kai, while the other Z fighters would begin their training under Kami, and for Piccolo they would be taking care of him and letting him heal up the natural way, just to give everyone time to close the gap in power between him and them. Also, Gohan would be motivated to start training as he would follow in his father's footsteps as he started his training under Master Roshi, doing the same training he did when he first started training. Now we would do a 2-year time skip into the future with the Z fighters on the lookout. They would have completed their training under Kami, and this would be their power levels. Tien at 750, Krillin at 650, and Yamcha at 600. Piccolo did leave the lookout after recovering a bit, but was already surpassed by the Z fighters, so he couldn't fight them on his own and just fled. Gohan grew to a power level of 200 while training under Roshi, but would return back to his mother after finishing the training. Goku would have been training under King Kai for the past 2 years, however he would have already been revived a year ago. It would take him around 6 months to arrive on King Kai's planet, and trained under him for 6 months before being revived, as he wanted to learn the basics without having to worry about his physical body's stamina. Once being revived, he had to get used to his body having to be tired, but continued to stay on King Kai's planet to master the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb, but also got used to the 5 times Earth gravity on King Kai's planet. So with 6 months of training under King Kai originally, Goku grew from power level 330 to 9000. But remember, that is the rate of growth for Goku as a Saiyan, but our Goku is a human. Now we will go off the growth rate based on Tien. When he died to Nappa in the Saiyan saga, his power level was around 1800. And he spent 8 months on King Kai's planet during the Namek saga and ended up with a power level of around 60,000 to 80,000, as there isn't a fully accurate guess to what it was. So with that, it would be roughly a 33 times to a 44 times multiplier. These power levels are all based on a filler, which I know isn't canon, but we would use this as a reference. In the filler episodes, it was shown that Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu were easily able to beat up the Ginyu Force in Otherworld, with the strongest being Jace, whose power level is around 40,000. So we would give Tien a power level in the middle of 70,000, which is a 38 times multiplier. So giving that same multiplier to Goku in 8 months, his power level would go from 350 to 13,300. Obviously the boost in power won't be the same for the next 10 months, so we would say by the end of the 10 months, Goku's power level would be at 18,000, with an almost perfected understanding of Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb. Once he returned back to Earth, he would spend some time with his family, but would soon continue training with the Z Fighters and the addition of Gohan and Piccolo, which the others weren't so sure about, but Goku did see that Piccolo could be a good rival for him. And since he's much stronger, he wasn't too worried about Piccolo. With Goku having a better understanding of Kaioken, he would be able to teach them the Kaioken technique, as they would all grow stronger as a group. They would all grow stronger with the help of how strong Goku is, as well. Also, since Goku grew stronger because of the heavier gravity on King Kai's planet, he would go to Bulma, as he knows her to be very smart, and would ask to see if she can create a room where they can increase the gravity so that they can all continue to train. Now imagine the time frame of this what if to the canon timeline would be in age 764, the year of Future Trunks' arrival. So nothing would happen on Earth besides the Z Fighters training to grow stronger, and I believe that fighters like Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin wouldn't stop training, as they still see Goku as an Earthling like them, and whatever level he can reach, they can reach too, and wouldn't be discouraged about a huge gap in power made because of Goku being an alien, since he's a human. The group would grow stronger together, with the gap in power not being huge between everyone. A bad thing would be that they are severely underpowered compared to their canon counterparts, but their teamwork is a lot better and more coordinated. Eventually one day while they're all training, they sense a huge power level appear out of nowhere, but they didn't know who it was. All they know that he was very strong, stronger than all of them. And that's where we're going to leave it off for now. Tell me how you think about the first part and how I did with the beginning of this what if. What are the Saiyans up to out in space? Will they ever cross paths with the Z Fighters or even head to Earth? What threat would be next for the Z Fighters? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.